actually haven't made a video in a while because I have been busy, and plus there were the holidays. So I want to just give you pretty much a summary of what's been going on. So we're going to talk about friend number one. Friend number one is my best friend of 20 years that is a professional licensed general contractor. So I gave him some Modafinil because he's my best friend. I've known him most of my life, pretty much all of my life. And I had no problem sharing that with him so that he could, better organize his business, get things together, and take care of his family. And it worked. He had nothing but success. And I mentioned before, I have one condo that I needed to renovate. So I asked my friend, who's a general contractor, licensed professional, to come and assist me. And he said yes. He said yes. So some of the things he told me he was able to do while using Modafinil is manage and renovate multiple properties for clients, like 2 or 3 properties at a time. Plus, he also purchased about 7 acres of land so that he could start building his own developments. These are things that he told me. I haven't actually seen it. And there's more to the story, which is why I say that. So that my friend could get started on work, I told him to pick up money from my property manager. I did not intend on my best friend working for free. And I definitely would like for my friend to benefit from any success that I had. My best friend, he picked up the money from my property manager, and it was still about 2 weeks before I actually arrived at my condo because my condo is in a different state. So he had 2 weeks to get started on the work and pretty much just pull out everything and needed to get renovated. And all this time he had Modafinil. All right, so jump 2 weeks in the future. I arrive at my condo. He had just started working on my condo the night before. And I was like, yeah, he's been busy, but he's had 2 full weeks to work on my condo. No big deal. I was going to be at my condo for 2 weeks, so it was enough time to really get everything done. And the first day or two, he just really wasn't working. He was being like his old, lazy, unorganized self. And when you're a child and, your best friend in school doesn't do their homework, or if they don't show up to school, or if they don't make good grades, it really has no effect on you because, well, it didn't have an effect on me because I was going to make good grades and show up to school regardless. As an adult, what that actually shows you is that if that person, be it a child or an adult, if they don't break that habit soon, those are the type of habits they're going to have when they become adults. So things that people do as children, if they don't break that habit, that's how they will behave as adults. And as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, you don't really see it that way until you have to start dealing with someone else's bullshit as an adult. So a couple days into work, and he's just being super fucking lazy. He's working first of all, he shows up at 11 a.m. He shows up at 11 a.m. He works like 2 hours, and then we would go have lunch. And so I'm like, well, because he had only started the night before, I'm like, well, are you going to come back and help me do some more stuff? Because I only have 10 days left. I can't, as a petite female, I can't lift a lot of this stuff. And I didn't need him to actually do all the work because I was here to assist, but I needed him to help me. I just really needed muscle that I don't have. And don't forget, he has money. This is not my lack of paying him. He's working 2 hours a day, taking a lunch, and not doing anything else. Sounds like the person I met in high school, junior high, elementary school. That's the type of shit he did in school, and it had no effect on me because I wasn't allowed to behave that way. So around the 3rd day, he just really didn't show up at all. It was more or less to see what was going on. And on the 4th day, I was like, hey, you need to hire someone if you can't be here at all, or if you're only going to work for 2 hours. You can bill me, you can invoice me for the additional money. So I've already given you money. I'm offering you more money. And I'm saying, hey, if you hire someone, I'll pay that person too. I just really need someone to get in here and help me finish this so that I can complete it in 10 days. We're already at the fourth day. Already at the fourth day. The fifth day, he did not show up. The sixth day, he did not show up. So that's when I went on to Thumbtack and I started looking for people, and the quotes that I was getting, because I guess they just assumed I couldn't do the work, were ridiculous. People were trying to charge me like, $5,000, $7,000, $8,000. And it's like, this is my second time renovating this condo. The only thing I don't know how to do legitimately is put down laminate floors. I can do electrical work and stain cabinets and paint walls. I just need help with these laminate floors because I've never did it before. And I'm not going to pay fucking $5,000. That shit sounds ridiculous. Like they were saying that because I'm a woman and I wasn't going to pay it. Fuck it. So while my friend was here the first 2 or 3 days, we were talking about Modafinil because I wanted to know how it was going for him. Like, how are your other properties going? How's it going with the land you just purchased it? Like, I want to hear his success stories. He was like, yeah, man, that Modafinil, it really works. Like, it's really, really good. I'm like, cool. And because he's being lazy, I'm like, did you take it today? Because I want to know, like, why are you being so fucking lazy? Did you take it today? He's like, no, I ran out a long time ago. And I'm like, you ran out? Why didn't you tell me you ran out? Which would explain a lot of shit. Because I didn't bring enough for us. I brought enough for me. Why didn't you tell me before I came here that you had none? So pretty much he was being lazy as a motherfucker, doing 2 hours of work, not showing up at all, taking a lunch, not returning to work. And it's just honestly the things he did as a child. His actual character came out. And on top of that, I had already gave him money to get started. So he already has a portion of my money. This is not my lack of paying him. He has my money. And I offered to pay him more money just to get it done. So not only does he have my money, I offered to pay him more to get it done. In addition to that, my mom also has several rental properties. He was renovating properties for my mother also. And so my mom was not happy. She was like, he doesn't show up. And my mom has known him just as long as I have. My mom said, he doesn't show up. He's not doing the work. I used him because we know him, because he has a license, which makes us believe you're professional. And he's just, something's wrong with him, is what she said. And because it was my friend, I really wasn't listening. But ultimately, once you get off Modafinil, you revert back to who you actually are. Your true character, your true color. I'm not willing to deal with that as an adult. So sometimes when it comes to your friends, if you want to keep your friends and you accept them for their flaws and you know that they're not perfect and you know what their habits are, as soon as they stop using it and they go back to who they actually are, you're gonna lose friends. Like, we no longer speak to one another because he walked out with my money. He walked out with my mother's money. And I'll show you a video of some of the work that I've completed and what I have to do. This is my condo where my best friend of 20 years walked out on me. So pretty much the work that he did, and it's not finished, I'm gonna finish it myself and with my brothers, is that he took the cabinets off the hinges. He did not paint them or stain them. He just took them off the hinges. He pulled up the carpet and the padding that was on the floor, but he didn't take up the nails and the trim. So pretty much I have to take up the nails. I think I got up most of the trim. I was trying to see if there was any left. But I guess he figured I could not do it without him. I changed my light fixtures. I got these nice LED lights from Costco. Loving them. Let me show you this one. I fixed this light. This light did not work for 10 years. So I did all the electrical work myself. Even this one, very high up. This is a huge foyer. I have to paint the walls in the foyer. And he really just started the work and didn't finish anything. And he walked out on me. My best friend of 20 years. I have been putting down the laminate floors myself. I've never put down laminate floors before, so this has actually taken me a while I struggle. I have called my brothers to come and help me with the laminate, but they don't know how to use saws. So as soon as I show them how to use the saw, the laminate should be put down in a day or so. Another LED fixture, appliances. So refrigerator, I just have to plug it in. I did put in my own dishwasher. I did all the hard wiring myself. Pretty proud of myself. I never put in a dishwasher before. But it would have been nice if I had a person to help me that knew exactly what they were doing, and I did not have to show someone each and every step or everything to do. It would have went a lot faster. My best friend of 20 years walked out on me and left me to do the work all by myself.